Today we're going to make another recipe that I found on YouTube. It's smoked shotgun shells, and if you look on YouTube you can find bunches and bunches of videos of people making those. So basically what it is, you take a manicotti shell and you stuff it with whatever you want to, and then you wrap it in bacon and you smoke it on the grill for a couple hours. And so we're going to do that. So you can stuff the manicotti shells with just about anything that you want to. I made some a week or so ago, and I made a batch that was a mixture of bison and chorizo and smoked cream cheese and some spices, and then I made another batch of ground chicken with the cream cheese and smoked cheese and some spices. Tonight we're going to make a small batch, about a half a batch, using chicken sausage from Rabbit Ridge Farms and from Bee Branch, Arkansas. And we will add, since it's a small batch, we're going to add about a half a block of the smoked cream cheese, and then a bunch of, whoops, maybe not that much, but oh well. And then a little bit of our apple smoke rub, and the cheese I put in there is smoked Gouda. We really like smoked Gouda. So then you just mix this all up. Actually, I put a little more smoked Gouda in there than I had planned on, but that is all right. Set up good. So once you do that, you take your manicotti shells, and I saw a lot of different ways to stuff your manicotti shells. Some people put their mixture in some sort of bag and cut the tip off and squeezed it in. Others just poked it in with their fingers. I like the poking it in with the fingers. So you just basically take a little bit of it and you want to poke it in like that. Just keep poking until you come all the way to the other end. You want the mixture to fill up whole tube. You want there to be any air spots in there. So there you go. Simple as that. It doesn't matter that they're a little messy. We'll do another one. I'm not going to make you watch me do all these, so we will come back in a little bit when I get these finished and proceed from there. Okay, so we've got them all stuffed now. I think we've got 13, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I had enough for 14, but one of the shells was all busted up, so I didn't do it. One thing you might have noticed is that I stuffed the the shells while they were uncooked. I saw a couple of different ways to do this. Some of them did it like this, uncooked. Some of them parboiled the manicotti for a little bit to soften them up. It looked a lot harder to stuff them, and the way it's supposed to work is adding the stuffing and wrapping it in bacon and then letting it rest for a while before you put it on the grill. Should soften up the manicotti shells where it's not too tough. And from the batch that we did last week, that's the way it works. At least it worked for us. So this seemed easier than the other way to me. So next, you wrap them in bacon. And one of the things that I really learned from that last time is you need to cover all of the shell, or as much of the shell as you can. Otherwise, the part that's not covered gets very tough sitting out there on the fire for a couple hours. So there's one. You just do it like that. Set it down. That worked a lot better. I think my other bacon I did last time was thicker and it wasn't as stretchy as this. So we will do a couple of these. And again, I won't make you watch me do all of them, but that's pretty much all that you do. Make them, there you go, like that. And we'll be back in a little while. Okay, we've got them all wrapped, and yeah, I did a much better job wrapping them this time than I did the last time I did it. I think a lot of it was the bacon. I ran out of the package of bacon that I was using, and I had to use some of the bacon that I used last time on these last few, and they don't look nearly as good. The bacon wasn't as stretchy. So we've got them all done. I'm going to add a little bit more of the applewood smoke on top, just for some extra seasoning. And then, now, some of the videos I saw, they immediately put them on the grill. Others let them rest in the refrigerator for anywhere from a half hour to overnight. I wish I could remember the video that I watched first, and they had experimented a little bit, and they came up with 4 hours is what seemed to be the sweet spot. Longer than that didn't hurt, it didn't help it anymore, but less than 4 hours they came out a little tough. So I've done these at night, so I'm gonna let them rest overnight, and we will come back tomorrow and get the grill going and smoke these babies up and see how they turn out. See you tomorrow. Okay, so the shotgun shells have been sitting in the refrigerator overnight. We've got our PK grill fire going, and we're going to get it set at about 300 degrees, and then we're going to, there it's smoky. We've added a couple of pieces of apple wood on there, and we're going to put these over indirect heat. Try not to get my sleeve in that fire, catch on fire. That'd make a pretty good video, wouldn't it? Got one more here. We'll just slide him right there. Okay, so close the lid, and we'll let them cook for 45 to 50 minutes, and we'll come back out, and I'm gonna glaze some of them with our cherry bourbon glaze that we made in our first video, and I'll leave the others plain. Oh, well, yeah, I just noticed I had my thumb over the picture. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll come back out and check them in about an hour. Okay, so they've been out here on the grill for 45 minutes, and they're looking good. The PK is holding steady at 300. It's one of the things I really like about this grill. Once you get it honed in to the temp that you're wanting, it'll hold that temp for a long time. Okay, but I am going to, on some of these, I'm going to take some of the cherry bourbon sauce that we made in our first video, and I'm going to glaze some of these and then close it back up for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we will take them off and taste them. So let's do these up at the front. Get a good glaze on there. Let's do this one here. I'm not going to do all of them, I'm just going to do a few of them. I really like the cherry bourbon glaze, but Diana doesn't like cherry flavor or bourbon, so I will leave some of them plain for her. Let's do one more. Okay, so you can see a couple of these where I didn't get the bacon all the way to the end, that it's gotten kind of crispy and hard, so those will be really crispy when we take them out, but they'll still be good. So we're going to close this back up and come back out in about 10 minutes and take them off. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and we went and I took them off the grill, and we've got them inside. But before I show you what they look like and give them a taste test, I would like to remind you to, if you like this video, to give us a like, subscribe, and follow us on some of our other videos that'll be coming up. So, if show them they look nice and good. Now, them being out there for an hour, they should be done. But if you are worried about it a little bit, use a thermometer, and I did, and they were all well north of 165, so they're good and done. So we're going to try one of these. Let's get it over here. Oh, it's still hot. Cut it in half. Let's see, you can see the meat and the cream cheese and everything in there, and there's one of those that are glazed, so we're going to give it a try if it doesn't burn my mouth. Yeah, that's good. That chicken sausage and creamy cheese and the spices and a little bit of glaze. I might put more glaze on it next time. So there you have it. If you're looking for a good appetizer, snack, whatever for the Super Bowl or any other event, give these a try. Very easy to do. So until next time, see ya.